Hi there, everybody. This is Miss Bauman, one of the fifth grade teachers, and I'm going to be reading you the next chapter in our book, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Today, we're going to be reading chapter 22. Let's find out what happens to Charlie and the gang as they continue to tour Willy Wonka's factory. Chapter 22, Along the Corridor. Well, 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 sighed Mr. Wonka. 2 naughty little children gone, 3 good children left. I think we'd better get out of this room quickly before we lose anyone else. But Mr. Wonka, Charlie said anxiously, will Violet Beauregard ever be the same again, or will she always be a blueberry? They'll dejuice her in no time flat, declared Mr. Wonka. They'll just roll her into the dejuicing machine, and she'll come out thin as a whistle. But will she be blue all over? Asked Charlie. She'll be purple, cried Mr. Wonka. A fine, rich purple from head to toe. But there you are. That's what comes from chewing disgusting gum all day long. If you think gum is so disgusting, said Mike TV, then why do you make it in your factory? I do wish you wouldn't mumble, said Mr. Wonka. I can't hear a word you're saying. Come on now, off we go. Hurry up, follow me. We're going into the corridors again. And so saying, Mr. Wonka scuttled across the far end of the inventing room and went out through a small hidden door behind lots of pipes and stoves. The 3 remaining children, Veruca Salt, Mike TV, and Charlie Bucket, together with the 5 remaining grown-ups, followed after him. Charlie Bucket saw that they were now back in one of the long pink corridors with many other pink corridors leading out of it. Mr. Wonka was rushing along in front, turning left and right and left, and Grandpa Joe was saying, "Keep good hold of my hand, Charlie. It would be terrible if you get lost in here." Mr. Wonka was saying, "No time for any more messing about. We'll never get anywhere at this rate we've been going." And he rushed down the endless pink corridors with his black top hat perched on his head and his plum-colored velvet coattails flying out behind him like a flag in the wind. They passed another door, then another, and another. There were doors every 20 paces or so along the corridor now, and they all had something written on them, and strange clanking noises coming from behind them, and delicious smells came wafting through the keyholes, and sometimes little jets of colored steam shot from beneath the cracks underneath. Grandpa Joe and Charlie were half running, half walking to keep up with Mr. Wonka, but they were able to read what it said on quite a few of the doors as they hurried past. "Eatable marshmallow pillows," it said on one. "Marshmallow pillows are terrific," shouted Mr. Wonka as he dashed by. "They'll be all the rage when I can get them into shops. No time now, though. No time to go in." "Lickable wallpaper for nurseries," it said on the next door. "Oh, lickable stuff. Lovely stuff. Lovely wallpaper," cried Mr. Wonka, rushing past. "It has pictures of fruits on it. Bananas, apples, grapes, oranges, pineapples, strawberries, and snozberries." "Snozberries," said Mike TV. "Don't interrupt," said Mr. Wonka. "The wallpaper has pictures of all these fruits printed on it. And when you lick the picture of a banana, it tastes like a banana. And when you lick the picture of a strawberry, it tastes like a strawberry. And when you lick the picture of a snozberry, well, you guessed it. It tastes exactly like a snozberry." "But what does a snozberry taste like?" "You're mumbling again," said Mr. Wonka. "Speak louder next time. On we go. Hurry up." "Hot ice creams for cold days," it said on the next door. "Extremely useful in winter," said Mr. Wonka, rushing on. "Hot ice creams warm you up with no end in freezing weather. It also makes hot ice cubes for putting in hot drinks. Hot ice cubes make hot ice drinks better. Cows that give chocolate milk," it said on the next door. "Ah, my pretty little cows," cried Mr. Wonka. "How I love those cows." "But why can't we see them?" asked Veruca Salt. "Why do we have to go rushing past all these lovely rooms?" "But we shall stop in time," cried Mr. Wonka. "Don't be so madly impatient." "Fizzy lifting drinks," it said on the next door. "Oh, those are fabulous," cried Mr. Wonka. "They'll fill you with bubbles, and the bubbles are full of a special kind of gas, and the gas is so terrifically lifting that it lifts you right off the ground like a balloon, and you go up until your head hits the ceiling and you stay there." "But how do you come down again?" asked little Charlie. "You burp, of course," said Mr. Wonka. "You do a great, big, long, loud, rude burp, and up comes the gas, and down you come. But don't drink it outdoors. There's no knowing how high you could go. You could be carried off if you do that. I gave it to an old Oompa Loompa once in the backyard, and he went up and up and up and up and up and disappeared out of sight. It was very sad. We never saw him again. He should have burped, Charlie said. Of course he should have burped, said Mr. Wonka. I stood there shouting, "Burp, you silly person, burp, or you'll never come down again." But he didn't, or couldn't, or wouldn't. I don't know which. Maybe he was too polite. He must be on the moon by now. On the next door it said, "Square candies that look round." "Wait!" cried Willy Wonka, skidding suddenly to a halt. "I am very proud of my square candies that look round. Let's take a peek." I wonder what will happen in the room called Square Candies That Look Round. But you'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out. I hope you enjoyed this chapter of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Keep reading, everybody, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.